A jail agreement between two area cities has been called off, and a new deal is being negotiated with another county jail.
Some basketball legends will be coming to town to raise money for a local community, and a town square is being filled up with scarecrows for the Halloween season.
Record high temperatures continue across East Alabama. We'll have the complete forecast details coming up.
We're winding up the high school football regular season, and teams are making bids to get into the playoffs. We'll have those details coming up in sports. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
After a little more than a month, the cities of Gadsden and Jacksonville have terminated their city jail agreement. Gadsden was sending its municipal prisoners to Jacksonville, but it is now negotiating a new deal with the Calhoun County Jail instead.
At last week's work session, members of the Jacksonville City Council raised concerns about the deal, saying that it didn't fully address the problem of transporting prisoners back to Gadsden after their release. They were also troubled by the increased medical costs incurred by the prisoners while they were in the Jacksonville City Jail. Michael Rogers, Public Affairs Coordinator for the City of Gadsden, said both cities decided that the agreement wasn't working in the best interest of both parties, so the 6-month contract was annulled. The last of the Gadsden prisoners was removed from the jail last week. Gadsden is now talking with the Calhoun County officials about housing those prisoners in the county jail in Anniston. Gadsden is also considering building a new city jail of its own. A Jacksonville State sorority is raising money for a local park by filling up the town square with decorated scarecrows. This is the second year in a row that Delta Zeta has sponsored this competition, which generates funds for the restoration of Eastwood Park. Morgan Langley, a vice president of Delta Zeta, explains how this works.
So basically we reach out to local clubs, organizations, and other Greek life on campus they can build their own scarecrow, and each scarecrow being built is a donation to the restoration of Eastwood Park, as well as we do a voting. It's $1 per vote, and that voting will be done until November 2nd.
Langley says the 3 groups that receive the most votes will each receive a $50 prize.
A team of basketball stars will take to the court against some local players in 2 weeks. We'll have all the details in just a moment.
Barrett Body Shop has moved to its new location on Highway 431 in Alexandria. Barrett has been delivering top-notch collision repair in Calhoun County since 2000. Our skilled team restores your vehicle to pre-accident condition with a commitment to quality and safety. Choose Barrett Body Shop for honest, reliable service. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
A day of basketball fun is being planned for November 9th at the Oxford Civic Center. The Harlem Legends, a team made up of Harlem Globetrotters from years past, will be coming to town for a basketball clinic and an exhibition game to benefit the Community Enhancement Committee of Hobson City. Michael Douglas, who played for the Globetrotters from 1986 to 1993, says the Legends program is a continuation of his service to the community.
We get an opportunity to team up with different schools, organizations, and groups around the country, assisting them in their fundraising efforts through our celebrity basketball show. But we also offer our basketball clinics, basketball camps for kids, and I personally appear at over 100 schools a year entertaining kids with our motivational program.
Douglas says the Legends will have a kids clinic starting at 3 o'clock, followed by a meet and greet session. The exhibition game will start at 7.
The Harlem Legends have been challenged by the East Alabama All-Stars. It's going to be a celebrity basketball game that's going to be wonderful and great for the entire community. We have teamed up with the Hobson City Community Enhancement Committee, and they're bringing us in, and this event is going to just be great for everybody to come together for an evening of basketball fun and family entertainment.
Tickets to the event will be available at the door, or they can be purchased in advance from members of the Enhancement Committee and on Facebook.
A colorful display opens tonight featuring a mural designed to be seen under black light. We'll tell you more about that in just a minute.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Getting my car serviced is easier than ever with Buster Miles Automotive Group in Cleburne and Calhoun County. They pick up my car, service it, and deliver it back. Convenient, efficient, and top quality. Schedule your service today and see why Buster Miles Automotive Group is the smart choice.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Downtown Gadsden is now the site of one of the first interactive black light murals in the country. The butterfly wings may not stand out under ordinary light, but with the right ultraviolet equipment, they reveal a colorful, glowing display. The artwork is located at Lily Pad Floral, 825 West Meagan Boulevard, and is open to the public to take photos for the first time tonight. The artist who drew that mural, Galaxy, is now painting other works around Etowah County, but that's not the only place they're being painted. Gadsden will have the original OG version, but Galaxy wants every city to have one. Each mural will be special according to Galaxy because this particular mural took 125 hours to complete. No cookie cutter projects will come from this artist. Galaxy wants these to be as authentic as possible in the Make Something Dope brand that they have created.
Well, we made it to the weekend.
We did, didn't we?
We did, and we still seem to be experiencing beautiful weather.
And so maybe a good weekend is coming up?
Maybe so. John Holder's joining us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us all about it. John?
Mike and Katie, the weekend is going to be fantastic across East Alabama, perfect for any outdoor activities. We will have the complete weekend forecast next.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
EAN News would like to thank all our commercial sponsors. Go check out our sponsors' links in the description below.
A cool start this morning across East Alabama. Temperatures overnight dropping into the low 50s at 51 degrees. But today we had a 35-degree rise in temperatures, winding up with another record high temperature for the second day in a row, 86. The record high, as you can see, was 85 degrees. 26 the record low, nowhere close to that. Normal temperatures about 48 in the mornings, but look at that. Normally we're only 72 for the high, 14 degrees above the average today. The sunrise and the sunset times, you see the sun setting now before 6 o'clock this evening and the sun rising tomorrow at almost 7 o'clock. on your Saturday morning. Time for weather on your street on a Friday night. We're going to take you out to Ohatchee to Spring Road, right there by Ohatchee High School. If you're going out to the game tonight at Roy C. Owens Field, Reagan Clark Stadium, it is going to be clear and mild. The low tonight only 55. Keep in mind that will be in the wee hours of the morning. Most of the night tonight we're going to be in the 70s and then dropping into the 60s. So a very pleasant evening in Ohatchee and all across East Alabama. Saturday, I don't think we're going to see a record high temperature tomorrow. The record high is 87, but we're going to be close. 84 with plenty of sunshine, close to record high temperatures. Be a great day to go to Nakalula Falls in Gadsden. We don't have any humidity to deal with. Not going to deal with a lot of insects and things like that out there. Just a very nice warm day coming up tomorrow at the falls in Gadsden on your Saturday. And as we look ahead to next week across East Alabama, maybe not record high temperatures, but we're going to continue to be warm and dry on Ayers Drive on 10th Street Mountain in Anniston. We're going to be looking at temperatures in the 80s and the 70s, mostly 70s early in the week and then 80s later on about midweek next week all across East Alabama. Here's the 7-day forecast for all of East Alabama, and it looks fantastic. We've got some clouds in here on Sunday. I will mention Sunday afternoon, early Sunday evening, there is a less than 20% chance that there might be a little moisture. A shower or two could pop up. I really don't know that that's going to be worth mentioning, so we didn't mention it. We're going to go with a 0% chance of rain. High temperatures will be in the upper 70s on Sunday, upper 70s again on Monday, upper 70s on Tuesday. And then we're right back in the 80s to close out the month of October next week. We're going to be about 80 degrees, maybe even 81 on the first day of November. Halloween next week, about 80 degrees, nighttime lows you see coming up from the mid 50s to even upper 50s. We'll be close to 60 degrees for the overnight low. It's going to be very warm on Halloween night next week. So perfect weather, good weather for all the trick-or-treating and things like that going on across East Alabama. Drought monitor. This changed greatly in a week, and we anticipated this. Last week, we had mostly yellow. That means abnormally dry. That was most of the state of Alabama. Now we have a lot of brown. The brown was basically right here. It has expanded now, including just about all of the state of Alabama, the majority of the state of Alabama now in brown. Brown means a moderate drought, and that changed in just a week. With no rain coming, I'm afraid, folks, we're going to see the yellows disappear, the browns continue to grow, and then next is the orange. The orange is severe drought, and right now it looks like we're not going to see any kind of rainfall until November across East Alabama. So now we're getting into a serious drought situation potentially over the next couple of weeks. I'll be back here tomorrow morning, bright and early at 6 a.m. with your Saturday day at a glance, and back here throughout the weekend as well. We'll have your breakfast forecast for you on Sunday morning and on Monday morning. Enjoy the weekend across East Alabama. Sports is coming up next. We're going to talk Oxford High School football. The Yellow Jackets with a Thursday night game, and they remain undefeated. Jordan Smith has the details right now in sports. Jordan?
Thanks, John. Last night, the Oxford Yellow Jackets took to Lamar Field for the final and unexpected time of the regular season. The Yellow Jackets were originally supposed to play at Huffman last night, but 2 weeks ago, the game was moved to Lamar Field. Last night's meeting was the 13th meeting between Oxford and the Vikings, so let's head over to the highlights at Lamar Field. Lamar Field was the place to be for the Oxford Yellow Jackets last night, and also head coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks, Shane Beamer, was in at Lamar Field last night. Coach Sam Adams and his Oxford Yellow Jackets looking to remain undefeated on the year. First drive for Oxford, Nick Richardson with an 18-yard touchdown pass by Mason Mims. Early, the Yellow Jackets go up 7-0. On the ensuing kickoff from Oxford, they're going to kick the ball off to the Vikings, and they're going to pick it up, and it's going to be fumbled. And the Oxford Yellow Jackets are going to pick it up at the Huffman 23-yard line. That same drive now for the Yellow Jackets. Here, Mims going to drop back to pass to D.K. Wilson for a 19-yard pass and a first down for Oxford. Next few plays later, Wilson is going to get the handoff this time. He's going to punch it in from 1 yard out. Yellow Jackets go up 14-0. A blocked punt now on a stalled drive by the Vikings. Huffman going to try to get something done. The Yellow Jackets are going to snuff it out, and they're going to block the punt and turn over on downs inside their own territory. Now Mims going to fake the handoff, and he's going to get it out to Wilson again on a 23-yard touchdown pitch and catch. Yellow Jackets are up 21-0. Next drive for the Yellow Jackets. Caleb Wynn now with the ball, and he's going to take it in from 22 yards out. PAT would be good. Oxford leading early still 28-0. Next drive for Oxford. Kanan Bozeman now with a 16-yard touchdown pass by Mims. They go up 35-0. Few plays later, Mims again hands off to DK Wilson for another 3-yard touchdown. Second of the night for Wilson. They go up 42-0. And then finally, handoff back to Wilson once again. He's going to take it in for 22 yards this time. Yellow Jackets would win it 49-0. The Pleasant Valley Raiders are on the verge of making history. Pleasant Valley is currently 7-2 on the year and looking for more wins. You have to go back to 1984, which was the last time that the Raiders were 8-2 on the year. Tonight, Pleasant Valley looks to tie that tonight against Section.
Proud of all my coaches. I love my coaching staff. It's a bunch of hardworking men that love what they do, and I'm proud to for each one of them and what they contribute, and you're just very appreciative for that. Proud of our leadership on our team this year, and I think it started in the off season. How many of them really fell in love with the weight room. I would put our facility against anybody's out there. And so, it's one thing to have a facility like that. It's another thing to want to get in it each day. And I really think that's what's helped our injuries this year, anything like that. The kids been able to play for 4 quarters. I think it all started in that weight room. After the win last week against North Sand Mountain, the Raiders are now hosting a first-round playoff game. The last time they hosted a first-round playoff game was also in 1984. Coach Nick says that hosting a playoff game has been a goal of this senior squad. It's been our goal for a while to, hey, we want to host. But really, 2 or 3 years ago, there was a group that came through that, hey, instead of just trying to make the playoffs, we want to host a playoff. So their goal got higher. So it's one of those things where, I think when you set those goals that sometimes people say are unrealistic goals, and then you miss on those, well, we made the playoffs. But then, we didn't get to host last year. We was a game away. The Southeastern game could have went either way, and we didn't make enough plays to win that game. And so that's something that this group went into all season talking about, hey, what have we got to do better to make the most of our opportunities? And that's exactly what they've done. And now the reward of that is getting to host. Tonight, the Raiders host Section in a Class 2A Region 7 matchup to end region play. Head coach Nick says that you can expect the Raiders to come out playing fast tonight. I think we expect us to, start fast and finish faster. I mean, that's kind of been our mindset, come out of the gate, and that's something that we took from Pisgah. I mean, Pisgah from the time the opening snap, man, they're trying to strangle you to death, and you've got to be able to combat that. And so, and there's been, I was real proud of our team of how we started last week. We were up 20-0 at halftime against North Sand Mountain, and so we've got to, when we do start fast, we've got to refocus each quarter and try to win every quarter. And if you do that, then you're going to win the game, of course. But we really want to, apply that constant pressure throughout the game. And so that's what I'm looking for tonight, is seeing each quarter how we continue to, hey, put the score back at 0-0 each quarter and then play that quarter like it's the last. It's now time to shift over and look at some of the rest of those matchups here in Week 9 of the high school football season. Starting in Alexandria tonight, Etowah comes in a Class 4A Region 6 matchup. The winner of this potentially is going to the playoffs. Anniston goes down to White Plains. Pell City goes into number 2 in Class 5A Central Clay Volunteers. Asheville plays number 3 Cherokee County in Class 4A Region 6 matchup. Cleburne County travels down to South Alabama to Bullitt County. Donahoe in at Woodland tonight. Glencoe travels to Locust Fork in a Class 3A Region 6 matchup. Booker T. Washington comes up from South Alabama to take on the Hanley Tigers. More games going on tonight. Aniana comes into Hoax Bluff tonight. St. Clair County and Jacksonville. Going to be a big, huge Class 5A Region 6 matchup. Winner of this game goes into the playoffs. Cornerstone and JCA playing tonight at JCA for the playoffs of 8-man Christian League football. Lincoln
travels to Bill Morris Stadium for the number 5 Moody Blue Devils. St. James comes to Munford tonight. Sachs in at Ohatchee in a Class 3A Region 6 matchup. Welborn takes on the number 3 Piedmont Bulldogs at the Field of Champions. Section takes on Pleasant Valley, and Ranburne will be at Lynette. Few other games we have going on tonight. Beulah takes on Randolph County. Hazel Green makes a trip up to Smokeneck Tech. At Southside, Talladega goes down to Tallahassee. The number 1 team in Class 1A, Wadley takes on Winterboro. And in another Class 3A Region 6 matchup, Weaver takes on Westbrook Christian. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's head back over to Mike and Katie.
And thanks for that update, Jordan, and thank you for watching us today. You can find us right here every weeknight on Facebook, YouTube, our website, and on Rumble.
That's right. Just go to the platform of your choice. Watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday for your news on your schedule.